the African countries with the highest borrowing rates in September. I know many people now will they wonder, they say, okay, I know many people will say that they get one particular country where they always borrow, where we feel say that go the number one, but it will shock you, say that number not the not the number one. Now, in a particular order from 10 to number one, MPROs, they are responsible what for borrow. Understand, on interest rates, they always lease out the money for interest what rate. First African country that always borrow, they are at least the percentage of their borrowing rates. That is what we used to rate them. Now, number 10 is South Africa. South Africa, the percentage of their borrow now is 7%. For last month September, it was 7%. Now, South Africa has borrowed up to 7% from the foreign reserve. You get me? So now the ninth one, now Kenya. Last August, the percentage of their borrow now 9.5%. 9.5%. That be their borrowing rates. Now, Kenya Central Bank lowered its benchmark lending rate from 97.5% to 9.50%. Now, number 8 is Bank of Zambia. Bank of Zambia, their borrowing rates now, the percentage of their borrowing rate now is 14%, which was in August. And the borrowing percentage was 13% in July before. Understand? But now in August and September now it is 14.5%, which means the economy is shake, not good. Number 7 is Gambia. Gambia borrow percentage is 17% in last September, this 2025. Now, the Central Bank of Gambia has been able to hold this percentage position since September 2023. Make a bad small difference, which means the government, they are good. Number 6 is Angola. Angola is 19% since September last month. Is 19%. The economy is not good. The economy is a jaga economy. Now, number 5, when they make Yanga, they say they borrow. They say that they be Alpha and Omega. Now, Ghana, they number 5. Ghana borrowing rate is 21.5% last month here. Now, Ghana was able to reduce their debt percentage from 25% to 21.5%. Oh, yeah, give Ghana a clap. Give her a clap. Yeah, they try. Which means their economy, they work. Their country, they work well. Now, number 4 is Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone borrowing rate percentage is 21.75%. That is the percentage of the borrowing where they did now. Now, in last August here, Sierra Leone was able to reduce their debt percentage from 23.75% to 21.75%. Clap for Sierra Leone. They try. Sierra Leone tried. Understand? They are trying to work on their economy to make things better. Number 3 now is Egypt. Egypt, their borrowing percentage, the percentage they did now for that borrowing now 22.5%. Now them did 22.5%. Now, Egypt was able to reduce their debt rate from 24.5% to 22.5%. So clap for them, they try. They try. Now, number 2, people go shock. They say, why is number 2 not the number 1? Why is number 2 not the number 1? Which kind of thing is this one? Why is number 2 not the borrow the billions, trillions over the year they borrow every 3 months? That country is on number 2, which is Nigeria. Nigeria last month here, their borrow percentage na 27%. 27% o. Nigeria debt percent was formerly 27.5%. Now it is 27%, which means say they don comot that point comot. They were at 27% percentage now for their borrow. It is well o. The Nigerian economy grew by 4.3% in real term. In the second quarter of 2025, they say our economy grew, but we don't know. Driven by strong performance in both oil and non-oil sector. Our external reserve has climbed close to our external reserve, where our money dey go, where they store our money. The external reserve now has climbed to $42 billion, providing additional drastic changes for monetary stability. So they are talking about stability, but we never see wetin stability. But a Rome was not built in a day. Now the number one of them all is Zimbabwe. Their borrow percentage na 35% in last August year. 35%, which means this country, their economy, dey very, very poor. 35%. Initially, it was 43% in 2024 due to their vulnerabilities of the country's gold reserve and economy. Too much extortion of the foreign bodies for these people, for this country, that make am it be like this. So now you are able to hear and know the borrow percentage of each African country. Those countries they make yanga, when we feel say they only borrow, we don't see them inside. Understand? Our neighboring brothers, we don't see our name for there now. So on number 5, that's good.